Hello there. Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Soontornvat, and I am the author of All 13, The Incredible Cave Rescue of the Thai Boys Soccer Team. And I am so excited because my friend Quincy Surasmith is here with us. Quincy is an actor, he is a podcast host, and he is also the narrator for the audiobook version of All 13. Hello, Quincy.
Hello.
It's so good to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I asked Quincy to record a video with me that will help all of those who are out there reading all 13 know how to pronounce the Thai words in the book. So Quincy is a fellow Thai American, and I unlike myself, Quincy is fluent in Thai. Yes, you grew up speaking Thai, right?
Yeah, I grew up in the Los Angeles area. I'm born and raised in the US, but I'm really lucky that my parents spoke Thai at home. So I'm pretty fluent in Thai. Maybe not every word out there. Um, I still went to school here, but I know enough to get along and I know enough to have read your book.
That's so awesome. So I tell people, because sometimes people ask me, they're like, "Oh, I'm so nervous because when I'm reading all 13, I'm worried I'm going to mispronounce the words." And I tell them, "Oh, well, I actually have a hard time pronouncing the words because I didn't grow up speaking Thai, and the language is difficult for me to pronounce." Is that's a common thing, right? Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, if English is the only language you know, or even some other languages, Thai, if you grew up speaking Thai like I did, maybe it doesn't seem as hard. And if you grew up speaking multiple languages, you might know that different languages just have different sounds and you can't speak them the same way. Maybe the words are in a different order. For Thai, I think it's sounds that really mess people up the most. There are two big things here compared to English. The biggest thing I can think of is tone.
Uh-huh.
So in English, if you have a different tone, like for example, in the word what, right? If you go, what? That means, oh, I didn't hear. If you go, what? That might mean like, I don't believe you, right? And if you go, what? It's like, what did you say? That seemed really mean. I'm angry now, you know? And in Thai, when you change those tones, they don't just change the connotation of the word, they change what the word is. Like ma means dog, and ma means horse, and ma means come over here. So those aren't just the word dog with three different emotions behind it. Those are three different words altogether. And then secondly, there are sounds that we have in English that we think of as the same sound. For example, the word for pot, like a cooking pot, versus when you say spot, right? The like a dot on the ground or stain. We write both of those with p, but one is b and one is p. And in Thai, those are separate letters. Those are considered two separate sounds. Or like, and this will come up in some of the names that you have in the book. It's like the letter T, there's like top, like the top of your head, or tap, right? T. But there's also the, like stop. The T in stop, you don't say stop, you say
Yeah.
stop. And that the is a different sound than t, which is a different sound than duh, like dog, right? These are all, so in English we have like a T to mean all these sounds, and in Thai they're considered different sounds. So when people read these names or these words, sometimes they go, oh, that must be, this person must be named T, but it's actually a different name, right? It might be the or things like that. So, and same with the vowels. Sometimes we have a different vowel, like a length of a vowel makes a difference. So, e and e are two different vowels to us. They're
Yeah.
considered related vowels, but those could be two different words depending on how long you say a vowel. So all of those things combined can make Thai an intimidating language to learn as far as the sounds go, because it's just a lot broader range of sounds that you have to keep in mind and that are different.
Yeah. And I always tell people this is why you should just try, just do your best. That's what I have to remind myself and like not get nervous and just I'm just going to try my best. And so that's what I'm going to do with you, because we're going to go through some of the words and you'll say them in the Thai pronunciation, and I will try and do my best and repeat you. Okay, do you want to get started?
Yeah, this will be fun.
Okay, great. So why don't we start with the name of the cave? Because I think this one is like the most complicated one in the whole book.
Sure. And these sometimes with the way you spell it is the official way to spell it, but it doesn't always make it seem obvious how you should be saying it. In this case, it's Tham Luang Nang Non. Can you say Tham Luang?
Tham Luang
Nang Non.
Nang Non. Tham Luang Nang Non.
Tham Luang Nang Non. So that just means Tham Luang is like the cave of the venerated, like the honored, or in like it's similar to the word saint in English. It's not literally the same thing, but you know how sometimes we name like Mount St. Helens, like because it's named after a person. And Nang Non just means the lying lady, like as in she's lying down.
Right. Yes. The cave of the sleeping lady. Okay. Tham Luang. Okay. See, I'm trying. Oh my gosh, this is hard for me. Okay. How about the name of the town where the boys grew up, where this cave is?
Yeah, the town is named Mae Sai.
Mae Sai.
That's right, Mae Sai.
Mae Sai. Okay, great. Excellent. I can remember that. And Mae Sai is in this province.
So a fun sound that Thai people have for R's is we roll our R's. If you speak Spanish at all or heard Spanish, some Spanish words also have that rolled R. So officially it's Chiang Rai.
Chiang Rai.
Yes, Chiang Rai.
Rai. Chiang
If you can't roll your R's, it's okay to just say Chiang Rai when you're speaking in English.
Okay. Yes, we'll do a Chiang Rai for those who can't roll their R's. Excellent. And Chiang Rai is also the town, a big city there too. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Oh, I have one more place a place name. This is the temple where the boys went and did their they became novice monks at this temple.
That's Wat Doi Wao.
Wat Doi Wao.
Wat Doi Wao.
Wat Doi Wao. Okay.
So it's a doi.
Doi.
Yes.
So
see, this is an example of, an O has many sounds in English, right? It could be O, or if you attach a couple of them together, it could be oo, or it could be aw, like spot, as we mentioned earlier. In this case, it's being used as like that aw sound. So Wat Doi Wao.
Doi Wao. Okay, great. And now what is temple, right?
That's right. What means temple.
Awesome. Great. Okay, let's get to names of people, of the characters, because those come up so often. So how about the name of the coach?
So this is Ekapon Jantawong, and his nickname is Ek.
Okay, okay, say that again, one more time.
Ekapon Jantawong.
Ekapon Jantawong.
So a couple of things to keep in mind. Again, the spelling's not always obvious, and it's also parts of Thai language. You know how in English sometimes you have an E at the end of a word, but you don't say that E. It's a silent E, right? But it shapes the way the rest of the word is said. In Thai, often if a word ends in L, we don't close it with an L sound. We end it with an N sound. It's just a quirk of the language. I can't tell you why without having to go into a bunch of complicated language history. So instead of ekapol, it's ekapon.
Ekapon. Chantawong. Okay.
And for the Chantawong part, that's another one where because of the way it changes to English, it uses CH a lot. But generally, those are actually a J sound, like a J. So it's not necessarily Chantawong, it's Chantawong.
Chantawong. Okay, great.
So Ekapon Chantawong. Or just Ek. That's why people have nicknames in Thai. Okay,
great. Ek. Okay, now this is, I needed you to explain this to me about the L and the N, because now so many names, Thai names I'm thinking of, like Adul's name, right? Okay, did I say that right? You say his name.
Adul.
Adul. Yes. Okay. And he's one of the boys on the soccer team, and he's the one who speaks fluent English as well. So he's a very his character comes up a lot. So his name too, with the L and the N sound. Okay. Here's some names I think I know how to say. These are some of the boys on the team. Will you say their names?
Sure.
Yeah.
A first thing to know is that a lot of Thai people, when they have nicknames, sometimes they pick English words because it just sounds nice to them. A lot of Thai people learn English in school, so they know some of these words. They may not speak English every day, but they might go, oh, those are some nice names or some words that sound nice to me. So in English, these are Titan, Mark, Note, Night, Nick, and Mix. And if you read them that way in the book, that's fine. Those are the same words that you would be reading in English. But in Thai, they might add a Thai accent to them because to them, they're a name now. They're not just an English word. So that would be Tai Tan, or sometimes just Tan, with his friends call him just the one syllable. Mark, Note, Night, Nick, and Mick.
Great. You know, for a long time when I was researching this book, I thought that Mix's name was Mick, like spelled like MIG. Because that's how I was hearing it, which I guess we could have spelled it that way and that would have been okay. But this is how he spells his name.
Yeah. I think when they base it on an English word, when they translate it back to English, they want to keep that word.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Okay, here are the rest of the boys on the team. Their nicknames.
These are Ti, Tern, Pong, Dom, and Biu.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with yours. That's great. Thank you, Quincy. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's just a couple more names. A main character in the book. Let's make sure that we get his name right. This is the water engineer.
Yes, this is Thanet.
Thanet. Yes, great. Thanet. And so Thanet worked with this man who was a colonel in the Thai army.
This is Colonel Singhanat.
Singhanat. Okay. Singhanat. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Those were the names that I had for you. Thank you so much, Quincy. That was so helpful for me. I am still going to try. I know I still probably won't pronounce them exactly perfectly. I tell people have problems pronouncing my last name. And I always tell them, I have problems pronouncing my last name too. I don't say it exactly like my Thai relatives say it. So I just say, try your best, right?
And the fun thing is, if it's your own name, you can't be wrong.
Right, yeah, exactly. There we go. I like that. All right, thank you so much, Quincy. And you can catch Quincy saying all of these words and many thousands more in All 13, the audiobook. And it's wonderful to listen to. So thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.